Hello, my wolf pack, and welcome to the stream. Oh, that was weak. Okay. Um, Here's what's going on. My computer is being extremely terrible and slow today, so I'm doing my best. But OBS didn't crash, so I think the stream has been continuing on this entire time. But that's why there was silence for a while, because my browser wasn't working and I had to quit out of it and restart it. Because my computer is being terrible. But as far as I see, the stream is healthy. To be fair, I am currently running OBS at like max settings though. So that could potentially be part of also why it's being slower on my computer. But the stream is running it at those settings, it looks like. So I'm gonna stick with it. I'm not quite sure what just happened. I think I reloaded the page. I don't remember. Anyway, my browser's not responding again. So for the moment, I can't see your comments. I'm just gonna let that do its thing. And we are going to get into it. So welcome to the stream, everyone. Just waiting for things to load in so I can see it. Thank you. Alright, so the stream is healthy. We're gonna start. Sorry for taking so long to actually get into starting this, but as I said, my browser's being terrible. We are gonna try to play some music here in the background. I'm gonna turn it down like low. I don't know if that's low enough. Alright, let me know if that's too high. But I think that's a good level for it. Right there. I'm gonna call that good. Some nice chill music in the background. I don't know necessarily that's gonna be. I just want it to be sort of background music, and I think that that is at a good level for background music. Let me know. I think we should have everything set to go now. Yours is always, you need to break out your new computer. Alright, so yeah, welcome everyone to the stream who is watching the stream. Looks like we don't have many people in here currently. Maybe we'll get some more as we go. But for the moment, seems good with where we're at to continue on. All right. I actually want to listen to this back for a second, so give me a second. But for the moment, seems good with where we're at to continue on. All right. I actually want to listen to this back for a second, so give me a second. All right. I turned the music up a bit because I wanted to be a little bit louder, so I turned it up. We should be good to go, I guess. If no one has any interjections about starting, except for me being picky about music and stuff. I actually really like this music though. The music is quite nice and chill, nice feel to it. If no one has any interjections about starting, except for me being picky about music and stuff. I actually really like this music though. The music is quite nice and chill, nice feel to it. Except for me being picky about music and stuff. I actually really like this music though. The music. Alright, last time messing with the music, I swear. I'll leave it alone now. That level should be good. Probably. Um, Last check on it. But now I never probably have to do this again because I know where my sound levels are at and where my resolution is and everything. So that's cool. Leave it alone now. Okay. Whoa. OBS, please don't crash. Okay, we good. Just a little tiny little thing. We're good. We shall begin. Oh no. So you've only gone through Rogue, okay. Cause yeah, Castle of Doom was in the Rogue story. My best attempt is 41 out of 50. So I'm actually not too far away. Yeah, because you can do different things with the witch through the storyline. I think I heard that you can also play this game on your computer in the browser. So I'm also gonna potentially check that out and look at the browser version of it. But for now, I'm on the phone, so that's what we're gonna be using. And my browser's being nice and laggy. It's great. I'm gonna reload this page. Alright, let's go into this, see if we can actually complete the rogue this time. If things repeat, I'm probably not going to be repeating them over and over and over again. You were standing at the start of a path before a small wooden sign. The words, though hardly readable, are legendary. Here be traps and treasures, monsters and magic. You might be wondering what this is all about. In that case, you're in luck. You see, the thing with a path is, you simply have to follow it. By the way, I figured out kind of a really good strategy. Actually kind of late into playing through the last time. Speed combined with a real heavy weapon, real high damage weapon, works really well, because then you can end up like two-shotting the big enemies, because you always will have more speed than them because they're big, and you have really high damage off of your weapons. You don't necessarily need to have a high attack stat if you just use the high damage weapons, which you can buy from the merchant later on in the game. You can also pick up some pretty good weapons as well through loot. So my strategy is probably going to be something like that this time, kind of focus on speed a little bit earlier on, even though I was focusing on defense and attack last time, which maybe is viable to focus on early game. But you're going to get better weapons eventually anyway, so I'll probably just focus on defense and speed. I didn't even level up my life at all, and then ended up dying to poison, which is great. Also, it's still loading in stuff on the page, so that's what I figured out doing last time, is going speed with just a really high damage weapon, and it ended up working really well, and I was able to just take down a troll in 2 hits, which was fantastic. Even with the little guys, if you can obtain a fist thing that increases your attack by 2, then you'll end up doing a lot of damage just with your fist. You'll be able to do like 4 damage with your fists. And if you have a lot of speed and you're using your fist, then you don't have to be breaking your weapons, and you can kill the little enemies really easily. Because the little enemies tend to have a lot of speed, but you also have a lot of speed with this strategy. So that's what I'm kind of going to be trying to focus on, speed and maintaining my good weapons as long as possible. I'm using my fists, although I might not get as lucky this time. Also keeping my Ring of Life. So last time what happened was I came across water, right? And in water, what that does to you as you're swimming is it takes away up to 3 of your items. You can re-obtain the first 2 items, but the third item will always be lost if you go that far. Otherwise, you can leave any of the items before the third just left in the water. So, I didn't know that. And so I tried to grab all of my items. The third item floated away. The third item that was taken happened to be a Ring of Life. The Ring of Life you start with as a rogue. And so I lost my Ring of Life early on in the game. Which means I had to use healing items later on in the game as my only source of restoring life. And of course you run out of those. So it kind of sucked. So we're going to try not to lose things to water as much this time, because water is probably my least favorite thing in this game so far, because it takes away your equipment. Alright, so I don't need to be on these screens. I explained how the game worked last time. Go watch the last stream if you want. I'm totally not self-promoting that stream. About what happens, it's also pretty simple to pick up as well. Alright, we're going to enter the path. Only minutes on the path, you meet a man largely wrapped in bandages going the other way. "The sign!" he cries. "I've made it back!" Then he throws you his bag and runs off. Watching him disappear, you open the bag and find an antidote, a straw shield, and a fly swatter. Okay, yes! I'm very happy to get the fly swatter, because the fly swatter... we have to pick it up first. The fly swatter gives us +1 speed, which is really nice, especially against little enemies who have a lot of speed. Because it doesn't do very much damage, and I think it has fairly high durability. And we got an antidote, which I died to poison last game, so yeah, let's keep that. Poisoned by mosquitoes. Even worse. Didn't know you could be poisoned by mosquitoes. Oh no, a black crow. Monsters come in all shapes and sizes, but there's one thing they share. A burning love for treasure, and they don't mind killing for it. So we're not going to probably be giving up our treasure if we can help it to monsters. We're just going to fight them. A black crow is eager to attack, so you make ready to defend. 2 to 3, we'll just take the hit. We took 1. Attack back with... how much speed does it have? 1? The fly swatter. That proves to be your victory. Killed him in 1 hit. That was quick. I guess you're already becoming some sort of warrior. It says that every time. All kinds of things are finding their way out of the black crow, including some treasure and a torch. Torches are helpful. The Ring of Life glows and heals a scratch. The most curious thing about adventuring is to find loot everywhere. This time it's some treasure. I bet we'll find much more toys and candy before this journey is over. Yeah, I guess I could have done that too. Good thing I killed it in 1 hit. You stand at the edge of a swamp. Through the fog you can see the contours of some ruins. Then notice the message scratched on a dead tree. Here lies a lock-picking knife, and you better leave it that way. We're gonna enter the ruins. Get all the loot we can. One thing that keeps popping up wherever you are is a lonely watchtower. The ominous looks of the black building are not only terrifying, but also strangely tempting. Climb it. Arriving on the upper level of the tower, you're greeted by a magnificent view, so pretty in fact that you'd almost overlook the lock-picking knife. Alright, it's scratched, but it's a slightly better version of the fly swatter. That also opens any kind of lock. So we're going to attempt to keep that around, because I came across a lot of things that needed to be unlocked. So... do you get less experience if you one-shot it? I thought you get 1 experience regardless against specific enemies. I thought the experience was set to the enemy. I'm going to explore further. After a day of endless rain, you seek shelter in a tomb. Unfortunately, you have to share the place the skeletal remains. Just keep moving whenever you look away. Stand on the shore of a muddy lake. Oh, here we are. Oh! We have the lockpicking knife. I can finally use a boat. Looking at an island not far away, although it seems promising, the idea of swimming across makes you nervous. So a little boat pulled under the shore but's attached to a chain. We're getting on that dang boat. You take the boat and row to the island. A relaxing trip, even though you spot some strange movements in the water. On the sandy shore, you dig up a chest, almost entirely perished but still containing some treasure. Nice. In the midst of a ruin and destruction stands a stone building. Apparently untouched by time. Strange runes are carved in the wooden door. Break in. I don't have much loot. I mean, I have some things I really want to keep. I want to keep my antidote. I want to keep my ring of life. So, it would randomly decide between those 3 items to take. I don't think it can take weapons, but it takes off your items. So, I value those 2 items quite a bit. But I didn't think about that, the fact that I don't have very many items, you're right. The door opens with the slightest touch. As daylight pours in, you see scratched walls, bones, and broken blades, and sleeping in a corner, a blob, just waking up. The blobs sleep? I didn't imagine them to be sleeping type things. Really? I apparently have not played this game. No, I haven't. I've only played it once. Okay, good to know for the future. The blob is eager to attack, so you make ready to defend. We'll take it. We just completely dodged it too. Too low attack with our bare hands, so hit it with the fly swatter. We'll take it again. We dodge it again. Fly swatter. Take it. We got hit for 3. Darn. Fly swatter. What's our fly swatter at now? Scratched. 'Tis but a scratch. Fighting monsters is always an interesting experience, especially when it's over. We get 2 experience. Oh yeah, okay. I did not know about the experience difference. The blob leaves his heirs a fair amount of valuables. Pity they aren't around. You inherit a wooden chest. The wooden chest is too heavy to carry around. Somehow need to open it. Let's just lockpick it. Does it use our durability on our lockpicking knife when we open a lock with it? Look inside and find a key and a bullwhip. Let's take the bullwhip. I'm considering if I want to drop the fly swatter, because it's like worse than the bullwhip. And if we have a full weapon stash and we come across something else, we can't pick it up. So I like to leave one spot open. But we also don't have many weapons right now. We need a lot of weapons right now, because these things are going to kind of break on us. Oh yeah, the lockpicking knife is battered now. I think I'll keep the weapon for now. I'll sell it if we come across the merchant soon. Explore further. You enter a damp room illuminated by soft glowing fungi covering all 4 walls. You manage to take a handful of mushrooms before the toxic air drives you out. Nice. Mushrooms are always helpful. In a torn and faded tapestry, you discover a hidden door leading to a room shrouded in utter darkness. Some light would be nice. Let's use the torch. Thanks to the light, you spot it in time, a turret. No doubt it's loaded with poisonous darts. We're not getting poisoned already. The ground is littered with them, and with the carcasses of the victims. That's dark. Oh my goodness, okay. From the pool of experience rises an elixir of growth. Yes. We're using that right now. Use on speed. You grow in speed. Very nice. Alright, explore further. You wander around some more, but with the main treasure found, it seems the place is back to what it really is. Piles of rubble in a swampy field. Time to return to the path. If you find something that auto-loots, then you can't auto-loot it. Like, sometimes you'll come across some things that will automatically drop something that you'll obtain, but you can't obtain it if your weapons are full. You climb back onto solid ground, empty your boots, and continue down the path, back onto the road again. The empty the boots line reminds me of, I see The Princess Bride. In case you haven't seen it, I won't spoil anything. The Dread Pirate Roberts, towards the beginning of the movie, it's near the beginning, he like climbs the cliffs of insanity and then empties his boots out of rocks. That's what I'm imagining. Hidden in the bushes lie the remnants of a carriage, plundered so it seems but not thoroughly. Under the wreckage, you find some treasure. Treasure's good. The path through a half-buried skeleton goes through a half-buried skeleton the size of a cathedral. Under the cover of what seems to be a shoulder blade camps a traveler. Amazing, isn't it? She says, and this was only the younger brother of the full-grown dragon that occupies the Castle of Doom. I already know about both of those, so I'm just going to follow the path. I don't need that information. Right after you turn a sharp corner, you bump into a merchant in his stall. This was a good spot, he says. Here you rascals are still alive, and you luck finding treasure. I have some good stuff for sale. Skyrim merchants are in my head. Okay. Rusty dagger, pitchfork. We do want the pitchfork. I will sell the fly swatter. Get the pitchfork. What I really want is a sharpening stone, but he doesn't have any, unfortunately. Anything else we can... So we have a key which will open one lock. Mushrooms, which actually have, like, really helped me out, so I want to keep all the mushrooms. Yeah, I guess, yeah, something I didn't think about. Good point. Thanks for the tip on the elixir. It's both a health potion and an antidote potion in one. It's fantastic. I have never used Tomo Fungi. What does Tomo Fungi do? Usually you'd have to buy it to know what it does. But I have someone who probably knows what it does right here. Go ahead and tell me. Alternatively, I could probably look it up online, but I'm not that into it. I could just buy it. Oh, yes. Does it tell me the stats of mushrooms that I would have in my inventory? What book that can be used once to identify all mushrooms in possession? Okay. Let's continue on. I'm gonna use that. Browse through the book and identify 4 mushrooms. Just when you're finished, the pages crumble to dust. So we have Attack, speed, magic, and poison. It's nice that we have one of 4 different ones. I don't know how many mushrooms there are total. It's nice that we've identified a whole 4 of them. I'm glad that we got 4 different ones, because now whenever we pick up one of these, we'll know what it is. So I wanted to improve attack, speed, grants 2 experience off the magic mushroom. I'm gonna use that right now, actually. More experience, the better. And then poison switch mushroom, a tiny black mushroom that cures poison when poisoned, but inflicts poison when healthy. So we have another antidote, essentially. Fantastic. Alright. You eat the mushroom and flow into a world of happy colors and melting shapes that show you things from a very unique perspective. There's probably like a healing mushroom too. I think I actually picked that up last time. So basically you eat the mushroom and it's like eating mushrooms. Yeah, okay. The ring of life glows and heals a blister. Very nice. You made a gray-bearded adventurer. Always keep our valuables somewhere safe, he says, showing you a handful of gold and pubic hairs. What? This game. Oh, gosh. The path links up with an old road going around some ancient ruins. Seems the place made sounds to join in. Wait. I missed a line. Seems the place made friends with Fog and Webs, whom invited scary sounds to join in. Voice in the Wind is there too, wailing. I think I already came across this before. The Peaky Gnome, come take the Peaky Gnome. Peaky Gnomes can be helpful. Peaky Gnome was my best friend for most of the game last time, then I let him go in the current of a river. A sign nailed to a dead tree reads, "There's definitely no treasure or anything like that buried here. You spend the rest of the day digging and must conclude this sign is right." Oh man. Behind a torn and faded tapestry, you discover a hidden door leading to a room shrouded in utter darkness. Some light would be nice. We're just gonna enter it. Shuffle around the darkness, groping the floor, but feel nothing but dust and uneven tiles. Thank God. Okay. One thing that keeps popping up wherever you are is a lonely watchtower. The ominous looks of the black building are not only terrifying, but also strangely tempting. Alright, we're climbing it. Who'd have thought that a kobold would appreciate such heights? In contrast, certainly doesn't appreciate your visit. Oh, that's unfortunate. You jump at the kobold for the first attack. Alright, 6 health. It has 0 speed. And 5 to 6 attack. Let's barehand it. It has 0 defense and 0 speed. We're gonna take the 35 dodge chance. Ow. Let's bullwhip it. Take it. Nice, we dodged it. Barehand it, and we got it. All kinds of things are finding their way out of the kobold, including some treasure. You stand on the shore of a muddy lake, looking at an island not far away. It's the same sort of thing. Unlock the boat with the lockpicking knife. Which is battered, so it's probably going to die on the next picking. Take the boat in order to the island to the relaxing trip. You spot some strange movements in the water. In the middle of the island stands a statue, green weathered. Wipe the pedestal clean of leaves and branches and discover a hatch with the peaky gnome hidden behind it. Yes. Between the foundations of a once glorious structure now thrive shrubs and weeds. This place begs to be explored, but a bunch of thorn bushes give you a funny feeling. This might remind you of a predator that's pretending it isn't there. Attack the bushes with the pitchfork. New twigs sprout from the freshly cut stumps, fiercely growling and turn into long, sturdy branches as you watch. Alright, bullwhip. Reduce the bushes to short, bare trunks that are unable to harm you, at least for a while. Our bullwhip is battered now, too. Not sure how long it will take for the bushes to recover, you would quickly explore the area. Among the remnants of a sack torn to pieces, you find a wooden chest. You push the peaky gnome against the keyhole and it reports, "Some treasure, a key, and a rusty dagger." The wooden chest is too heavy to carry around, somehow you need to open it. Let's attack the chest with the pitchfork, because we want to make sure we get it in 3 attacks. And then with the bullwhip. Alright, I got it. It says lid flies open. Exime bing a e away. Oh, a key. Bring a key. Alright. So the bullwhip is breaking. So I'm going to drop it and grab the rusty dagger. Which is scratched and gives us +1 defense. Explore further. This music is really nice. I like it. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna just adjust my position here. Don't mind me. Alright, I hope you all can still hear me. In the midst of ruin and destruction stands a stone building apparently untouched by time. Strange runes are carved in the wooden door. Break in. The door opens with the slightest touch. As daylight pours in, you see scratched walls, bones, and broken blades, and sleeping in the corner, a cave bat, just waking up. The cave bat is eager to attack, so you make ready to defend. Funny we can defend with the rusty dagger. 3 to 4 attack. We're gonna have to take the hit. I haven't used my straw shield at all. We'll just use the shield. Cave bat strikes, but you block it mostly. Prepare to attack. There's no defense, but a lot of speed. We have 2 keys, right? I'm gonna actually use the lockpicking knife because it increases our speed. Wait, pitchfork has 75% hit chance. We're going for that. Alright, prepare to defend. Use the shield. We blocked it. Barehand it. The cave bat is defeated. It could have dodged potentially, but I got it. The scratches and the terror are all part of a wonderful experience. The cave bat leaves his heirs a fair amount of valuables. Pity they aren't around. You inherit some treasure and a monster part. Monster parts heal us, right? Yep. Explore further. Entering a foggy basement, you trip and fall headfirst into a pile of cockroaches.